This week on Not Another Shooting Show.
There's your concealed carry machine gun.
When does open carry become shoot them in the face-able?
What's wrong with dry firing a pistol while you're driving down the highway?
Somewhere between California and constitutional carry.
You felt like Marty McFly, didn't you?
Because I thought it was like a SpongeBob reference.
It is. Oh. Like they have a drop of SpongeBob going, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. He's Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is Not Another Shooting Show talking about SpongeBob or AJR or that dumb song, I'm Ready. Instead, we go to Oconee County, South Carolina, where the sheriff's office said a man was arrested on outstanding drug trafficking and weapons charges following an investigation into a shooting incident from May. According to that sheriff's office, on May 11th, deputies were called to the scene in reference to a man. This is written so shitty compared to the story on Wednesday. Like this is the finest television writing you've ever seen. It's just god awful. Deputies were called to the scene of a man who accidentally shot himself in the leg. Once on the scene, deputies saw a vehicle pulling out of the driveway. During a traffic stop at the intersection of Biggerstaff and Church Road, they found two women inside. One was 23-year-old Makina Ryan, 31-year-old Sarah Witten. Both are facing multiple charges for drug trafficking. Deputies said the man was identified as 29-year-old Terry Smith. He was taken to a hospital for treatment of his injury. Boom boom from a boom boom. During the investigation, Smith was observed carrying a black bag into a building on the property. According to arrest warrants, he was in possession of 234 grams of meth, 4 grams of fentanyl, and 6 grams of weed. Smith had outstanding warrants from trafficking methamphetamine, trafficking fentanyl, and felony possession of a firearm, possession of a weapon during commission of a violent crime, and simple possession of marijuana. Okay. I should have read that story. I was so excited about the other story. I didn't read this one when we were prepping the other day, and I mean, yeah, he shot himself, but that was like an afterthought.
Right.
I'm sorry, everybody. That was kind of a letdown of a story. Anyway,
I can pull out some of my reserve ones if you'd like.
If you have one in reserve?
Oh yes.
Oh, one of those ones way down the list, or what?
Yep.
Okay.
Former Iowa police chief could face prison for gun sales. I'm the chief of police, bitch.
Oh my, that's way better than mine.
Text messages and emails from a fired Iowa police chief recently convicted of illegally dealing in automatic weapons indicate he knowingly used his position in law enforcement to acquire machine guns for himself and his for-profit business.
Oh, God.
Yep.
But, when you get the police pricing, that's a hell of a markup.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was in Iowa, so he was buying machine guns cheap.
Oh.
This chief of police gig is awesome, Bradley Wint wrote an associate in 2019, according to courts, sending machine guns to my own gun store, lol. If you're going to break federal law, put it in writing so that they can
While you're a member of law enforcement.
Yep. In February, a federal jury convicted Welsh, 47, of conspiring to make false statements to Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, 8 counts of making false statements himself and illegal possession of machine guns. Beginning in 2017, Wint served as the chief of police of the Adair City Police. And he also was the owner of BW Outfitters, a federal firearms dealer. Prosecutors allege in 2018 and 2022, Wint used his position as chief of police to obtain machine guns for his personal use and profit, acquiring weapons for concocted law enforcement purposes and then selling them to others through his private company.
God.
It gets dumber than that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So, I'll skip certain parts of it. Between July 2018 and August 2022, Wint wrote nearly 40 such law letters requesting the purchase or demonstration of 90 machine guns for the Adair Police Department, which has a total staff of 2 full-time officers.
90 machine guns for 2 cops?
Correct. In the law letters to purchase machine guns for his 2-man department, Wint claimed to be buying the machine guns for official use of his department and asserted he is not acquiring them for resale. Here's the best part. You're going to shit a brick on this one. At trial, prosecutors said the evidence showed Wendt purchased an M134 motor-driven Gatling gun known as a minigun for use on military helicopters that he mounted to his personally owned armored Humvee.
That's awesome. I mean, it's a felony, but it's awesome.
Yeah, he's going to jail for a really, really long
But
time.
I mean, if you're gonna mount a machine gun on your personal armored Humvee,
you might as well make
why
it a
not
50.
make it a minigun?
Correct. So, yes, apparently they were not reading his request or something. So yeah, he for 90 machine guns for his two guy for him and another guy.
So I'm not familiar with that term law letter. Is that a thing?
So I can explain this. This is I know a little bit about this. So the police can acquire machine guns, but for them to do it, they have to go through an FFL and go through the ATF, just like everybody else. They can partner with a shooting range, and this is actually how a lot of shooting ranges get their machine guns.
Oh.
They'll partner, quote unquote, with a law enforcement agency. The law enforcement agency says, yes, I would like to see if an AK-47 full auto would be good for my 6-man department in rural Alabama. Or yes, I would like to see if a P90 and a Glock 18 would help me be a better cop. Then once they have the letter, they can acquire the gun for demonstration. Once the demonstration is done, that FFL can keep the gun on its books.
Oh, okay.
And so then they're able to rent it out for their machine gun range. That's how most machine gun ranges get their machine guns.
And so they can get like newer stuff.
Correct. That's why you.
Well,
can,
I guess if they're what is that class? Is that class 3? FFL.
Yeah, something like that, or SOT, or there's many different definitions to many different dumb things because ATF. But yeah, so that's what was going on here because like I'm well aware of at least one, if not several ranges in Omaha that do this particularly. They've paired with a sheriff's department of a small town, and they're like, "Yep, totally need you to demonstrate this MP5. Like, we definitely need MP5s for our 8 officers." And then they're like, "Nope, we don't want that MP5."
Well,
and
I 1 or 2 for 8 officers, sure. What was it?
It's 90 guns.
90 for 2?
Yep.
I mean, even in my wildest fantasies, that's a bit much. I mean, there's a different machine gun for every purpose, though. Like, there's your concealed carry machine gun. There's your Sunday church machine gun. There's your summer carry machine gun. There's different types. It just depends on what the day holds.
No, yeah.
I just did some quick Googling. A Type 7 FFL, that is the SOT, Special Occupational Taxpayer. I had heard that term before, SOT, but I didn't know what it meant. Now I do.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that stuff gets into the weeds, and I just don't like. I can buy stuff from wholesalers like ammo and primers and whatnot because you don't need any special licensing for that. Optics, accessories, but I don't have an FFL. I can't buy guns from a distributor, and the process just seems so daunting. I don't even want to deal with it.
Yep.
And I have friends who have FFLs, so I don't need one.
Right.
Anyway, that was so much better than my story. Like, so much better. Anyway,
Thank you, Nolan.
yeah. Oh, he sent you that one?
Yep.
Did that happen near him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's a doozy. That's awesome. Okay. Topic Jeff had in the rundown. This is I like this one. Can you go back to being a normal shooter? What's a normal shooter, Jeff?
I mean, the U.S. statistical average is a person that goes to the range like once a year and fires 50 rounds. But like, I had two sides to this. There was the competition world, and then there was like the normal world. And like in the competition world, we're both match directors and we RO and we do stuff like, can you go to a match and just be a dude with a gun shooting a match?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I definitely can't. Like I it's like a break. It's like a vacation. Now.
Oh, my brain can't turn it off. Like I was helping a shooter get calls on a stage because the ROs didn't understand the rules properly.
But that still can just be as a competitor, like somebody who knows the rules and never ROs. Like there's lots of those people out there.
Yeah.
And I don't really consider, like, if I take a term at a club match running a timer, I don't know. The thing is, though, anybody who is shooting that much, like, when I saw this topic as an idea, I thought of somebody like my dad. You know,
Right.
I thought of him as like a regular shooter. He goes to the range more than once a year for sure. You know, mostly messing with his hand loads for his rifles. He lived a mile from the range and where he lived, so you know, we can run out there and just I feel like blasting off some pistol today. I'm retired. I'm going to go shoot a bunch of pistol. But he didn't shoot pistol like me. He would just, you know, bang, bang, bang.
Right.
Bang, you know. He shot like a normal shooter. Like when you go to the range and you see people who are not like psychopaths like us.
Right.
Yeah.
And I run into like dealing with new shooters. It is like you bring a new shooter and you bring like 1,000 rounds of ammunition because they're just going to want to, and like they're like, I fired a magazine through it, I'm happy, and I'm like, I'm confused. I'm very confused.
Oh, dude. Like this week I have, well, actually when this releases yesterday, I had an intro to handgun class. In that class, this sounds so cheap, but I'll explain in a moment. Each gun, with the exception of the revolver, they get 5 rounds each. I have 6 guns. They get 5 rounds for each gun. The revolver, they get 6 because it's just simpler to fill it. And that sounds like, okay, so you're giving them 31 rounds of ammunition? Yep.
And most of them are probably perfectly happy with it.
Now, there are some people, that's too much.
Yeah.
I've had people who get through 3 guns and they're just like, nope, I'm good. Now, once they get done with those, then they can go back and shoot the guns they liked the best. You know, go pick the 2 you liked the most, you know, or 3, whatever, and shoot them again. And by the way, the 22, you can shoot all you want. I don't care. That ammo's cheap. And you paid for a class. But, you know, the rest of them, like, yeah, it adds up. So, like, I only bring so much to a class. But for most people, that's plenty. And then every now and then I'll get somebody who really gets into it. They're like, wow, I'm having so much fun. Where's more ammo? I'm like, sorry, I'm all out.
as you slide the ammo can like under your truck, you're like, totally out. Totally no more bullets.
We's all out.
So, and one of the things that I see from kind of normal shooters that like I can't do anymore is like, can you go to the range with like 7 different guns at one time and like find enjoyment in just like shooting 1 magazine or 2 magazines through each of them?
No.
Okay, because I've lost that ability as well. Like
mostly because I can't if
you don't have a metric, it doesn't count.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I always go to the range with a purpose. If I'm shooting, it's for a purpose, unless I'm there with my son, and then the purpose is him to have fun and learn. And along the way, like, I'll pop off a few mags here and there. I'll shoot his single action 22 revolver. That thing is a hoot. It's so fun. Oh, yeah. But that's about the only time I feel like a normal shooter is when I take him to the range, honestly.
Right.
But then he pulls me out of it when he's like, "Hey, Dad, can I put the belt on?" Yes. And then he's drawing a Glock 19 or 17 from a holster and blasting off. I got to get him used to the bill drill. Like, dude, 6 rounds at a time, holster up. He'll just like mag dump that thing into a plate. And I'm like, bro, ammo's not free, okay? I know it feels like it to you. It's not for me. and it's work. I have to load another 1,000, every time he
Right.
does this. But
I had a friend do that to me. Yeah.
oh god, it's yeah. I need 2 ammo cans. I need the one that he knows about and the one he doesn't know about.
Correct. Yeah, my friend just kept like mag dumping into the berm. She'd go back and just jam the mag herself. That's why I don't teach them how to load the mags anymore.
Yes.
And she would just jam that thing, rack it, mag dump, load another, and I eventually just like closed the ammo box and put it in my truck. I'm like, you're done.
This episode is not done, but if you want to hear the rest of it, you'll have to join our Patreon. Patreon.com/NotAnotherShootingShow. Just $3.57 a month. You get an extra episode every single week.